Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. If it's your first time listening, thank you so much for stopping in. And of course, if you're a returning listener, I appreciate you being here. I just ask for a like, share, comment, subscribe, or donate as you see fit. And I'm trying to keep it kind of short today because I tend to go long on my tarot readings, especially for your sign, Pisces. You guys are all over the place because you've got watery energy. All right, let's get started. What is the message for you? Six of Cups, it said they're friends. They're friends like sisters. It's talking about your sister signs sometimes for some of you guys out there, which your sister sign is Virgo. It's talking about sisters as in your actual sister. It's talking about just sisterly energy, which it's kind of, okay. Give me a minute. It's like pointing out their little cushions. I'm sitting on like a Turkish cushion with all kinds of little weird patterns and designs on it. So there's some of that. It's talking about, it's like saying how even, okay. It's talking about how your inner energy, which is your feelings and emotions, that's your feminine energy. So like even if you don't have a sister, or if you're not a woman, or you know, whatever the case is, there is someone that you connect to in a sisterly way. And therefore some of it's talking about like your sister sign, some of it's talking about your actual sisters, some of it's talking about like just a friend or someone that you can emotionally connect with and sit down and comfortably with, it said, and like talk about things, sip some wine, enjoy yourself, have a nice weekend, like, yeah, just say like girl talk. So there's a connection coming in for you, Pisces. That's one thing coming off the bat. And Six of Cups is can be past lives. It can be, which people misconstrue past lives. Past lives is definitely like your past lives, but it's also like stuff you did a few years ago. It's stuff that you just did before. Past timelines is another way of kind of thinking about it. So past timelines, actual siblings, children, and then some people say soulmates, and you know, on and on and on. Lots of relationships, family relations, all of that can come through on a Six of Cups. Something just said, what's happening? What's happening? Maybe you need to talk with your sister to find out what's happening right now. Wants them up, kind of like this. Okay. Wants to go like, kind of like a rainbow. Okay, and that literally just came up for Virgo's reading. So let me sit with it and see what exactly the message is coming off of it. That's weird. Okay, it was really actually pointing out to me all these kind of, I don't know, hang on, let me see. Yeah, all the like ripples of energy back there behind this figure. There's like a big kind of S shape in it back here. That's what it's pointing out to me, which is making me think of like hurricane vortexes. Not like in a negative way, it's just talking about like the currents of energy and flow, and with it being a King of Wands and it being fire, it's like how, okay, there we go. Woo! I was like sitting at my altar the other day and I had a candle burning because I actually had an uncle that passed away. And so I couldn't go to his funeral because it was my first day of work. And so I lit a candle for him and I was just kind of sitting there staring at it for a while. And I actually like saw the heat waves coming off of it because I was staring up at like my window, just kind of, you know, meditating, staring off into space kind of deal. And it's just talking about how like you can see the heat waves, right? Okay, there's a song for you that just came through your reading. It's Heat Waves from Glass Animals, which I freaking love that band, and I love that song. It's such a good song. So I'm gonna put that on the playlist here on the channel. And if you don't know that song, then you can check it out. So it's talking about, that's what I mean, it's literally talking about the heat waves. And that song says, sometimes all I think about is you. We're talking about sisterly energy. We're literally in June. It said, late nights in the middle of June, heat waves keep faking me out. I think it says, like, can't make you happier now or something like that. I love that song, but it does kind of have a sad tinge to it type deal. So there's something coming off this card right here. And with this energy right here, it's like you're talking about that kind of stuff. So I'm catching a relationship vibe off this pile, Pisces. But with it being a King of Wands card, like, let's not play. It's a really strong card. Also, it's pointing out the snake here on, like, the little Pharaoh's hat, but there's another little gold vortex right here. It looks like a funnel, and it's very much talking about how, like, it doesn't want to say projecting. That's not the right words, but in a sense, yes. Like, you have to, right, you're sending your signals out very much from your crown and third eye, which is therefore kind of attracting what you want to see into your world. So it's very much talking about how, like, you're very magnetic and very powerful, right? Like, that's what it's saying, is like, yes, like, you're very good at manifesting what you put your mind and your inner sight to, which is a good place to come from, because that's inner spiritual. It literally just, like, wanted to mix the word forehead and sight, so foresight, there you go, right? You got some foresight going on for sure, and it's a very strong card. Very much, yeah, it's just like, okay, you're putting off heat waves, you're putting off signals. Look, and I just hit this, like, light switch over here. I'm telling you, it's like, ooh, light switch. Yeah, I was talking about, like, okay, yes, you were, like, manifesting, activating things in your life, switching things on and off, right? That's totally King of Wands energy. It's also giving me a little bit of, like, electrician vibe for some reason. So that's what I mean. Like, think of electricity, think of fire, you think of, like, sending, like, electrical signals out. You got heat waves coming on. It's very much talking about your energy, and it's pretty strong. Doing good, looking good, right? Okay, did these cards just, like, straight up fall out the exact same? Because that's not ever intended, but I mean, it is what it is, right? Okay. Something just went, like, same. Just like you were having this conversation, and it's like, same. Because again, there's something that you're connecting to very much, someone else that you're having this, like, conversation with, in a sense. Definitely, like, some girl time, friend time, family time. Saying same. So this came out for Virgo's reading. Ooh, this one's talking about Leo energy, and which is August and late July. So Leo energy, Lions, is just showing, like, the force. Hang on. Okay, it wants to explain literally the word, like, force. So force can sometimes, right, in the wrong way, not be so awesome, right? Like, when you force someone to do something, when you force something to happen, kind of deal. But the kind of strength, the kind of force that this figure has is the kind that's very much, you can very much see it as, like, inner grace, like taming a lion, which I was kind of saying that in Virgo's reading. There's something here about, like, taming the lion, which is very much just, in the strength card, getting it to very passively open its jaws, open its mouth for you, and obey and listen, right? And that takes discipline, that takes patience, that also takes, like, some training, that also takes just A very gentle demeanor. Okay, it's talking about how she connects to animals too. Like, that's what I mean. It's like you have to connect with that animal in a sense. So to see that as like an energy here, it said you're working on connections right now, is basically what it's saying. Like, you're working on connections with, I think, animals and people, and you're putting that out. And that's so interesting because, like, I'm starting my animal Reiki certification now. So, like, soon I'm going to get to work with animals. So there's something there about animals, something there about putting your intentions out to the universe and very much like manifesting and attracting that stuff and just like wah, 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 wah. And very much working on connections in this sisterly way, but it also feels like you're kind of like talking about these things, right? Like talking about these plans. You're talking about the stuff. Dude. Okay. I swear these really did just fall out, and that makes me sad because it doesn't make me sad. I mean, it's interesting that it's matching up, but I tried to like shuffle that deck. I'm gonna have to watch these videos back and make sure I like shuffled that stuff because these cards are all the same for your sister sign. It's very much talking about your sister sign. It's talking about your sister or your sister sign, Pisces. Interesting though. This whole entire time I've been like sitting here scratching something on my back. There's like, this what I mean. There's stuff that you're hiding behind the strength, stuff that you're working on through the strength, stuff that you are chatting about. It's like something's on your back a little bit, but you're feeling really strong, and if there is something on your back, it's very protected right now. Like you're protecting it from someone or something. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. Well, kind of. Yeah, okay. You just brought me that. I had a dream not too long ago, like maybe last month or so. And someone that I know, that's a Pisces, was like in the same house with me, and we were all standing in the basement with like all these other people, and the crowd was all looking in one direction, like there was something going on, there was something happening in this house, and so we were all like in the basement, like listening to figure out what was going on and stuff. And this person had their daughter strapped to their back and the daughter like spoke to me in the dream, like made direct eye contact with me, whereas the other person, who was definitely a masculine, could not. And that's because of the fact that like I was standing behind them, and that's kind of like, it's what I'm saying. Look, you don't actually have to be sisters, or you don't actually have to both be females. You don't even have to both be males. Like all of these figures can switch around, right? So I was standing behind that person in the dream. That's what's making out like this energy over here, which means that this is more of this energy over here would be like yours, Pisces, and that's what it's bringing me. And so, and that's what I mean, like she was strapped to the back, turned around, looked right at me, and spoke to me. And so there's something there very much about a message, and that is what brings you to this magician energy. And that's where it's talking about shaman energy of like, it's mentioning this water, Pisces, your water energy, which is always the unconscious and subconscious realms. You know, very much talking about universal waters. Shaman energy can travel to the other side, you know, of the realms of sleep, of the spirit world, whatever you want to talk about, and literally like summon the objects and knowledge that they need and bring it back to the real world to, it just said make shit happen. And that's very much what this energy is, which can totally be you, but it could also be this other person that's kind of coming into this reading. And so look, fireworks are going off outside again. That's what I'm saying. This is tying up so much to Virgo. It's freaking ridiculous, dude. So there's some fireworks popping off for that too. You're getting some recognition. The masculine energy is really strong in here too. But it's talking about like standing behind someone, backing someone up. It's also talking about that shaman energy of going into the other realms, either through meditation or like dream walking, or it just said hedge writing, which is something that I've been reading into, hedge writing, and summoning all of these tools to make you the master manifester, kind of like stepping up from this King of Wands. It's oh nice, oh nice. It just gave me a song. It just gave me another song. It said let me upgrade you, and that is from Beyonce and Jay-Z. And that was pretty much what it was saying, like, oh no, we're gonna go from a King of Wands to this Magician energy, because this Magician is major arcana, just like the Strength card is major arcana. So the masculine and the feminine energies both, like, ooh, yes. Ooh, and with this being an 11 and this being a 1, there's a 111 number right there. Like, that is the gateway. That's like the portal energy. And in the middle there is this 6 of Cups energy, which is that friendly conversation, family type energy right here in the middle. So, okay, there was a message there too about meet me in the middle. That's what I'm saying. You got a lot of different messages. Let's do this last one. I'm definitely gonna have to watch this video back and just watch myself shuffle on film, because like they're like literally identical except for this middle card. Except for this middle card right here. That's the only thing that's different right now. Okay, it's talking about like it's talking about like identical twins and how they'll be exactly the same, but there's like that one thing, right, that's different. And so that's where this card's kind of coming in. It's just saying like there's that one thing that's different, and yet they're sisters. So there's very much a theme here about like identical twins. And look how this figure's like leaning this way, just as this one's leaning this way. It's very much showing this wand right here, and this crocodile for this one is particularly talking about taking this wand and like having to smack this crocodile with it. Sorry, I'm sitting with this card and listening to what it has to say. Okay, and last song, it gave me Welcome to the Jungle from Guns N' Roses. Which is definitely, that's the only part that's giving it to me. It's not giving me like any of the lyrics of the rest of the song. It just said like Welcome to the Jungle, and it's mentioning Guns N' Roses, and it's mentioning how the lead singer of that band is like always being like freaking rude and buck wild, and like pisses off a lot of other rock bands out there and stuff, right? Like he's just kind of like not that awesome of a person sometimes. And that's where it's like showing this, oh, okay, yeah, definitely showing someone like rowing through the jungle, like getting past the crocodiles, kind of like Jumanji type deal. Also though, it was basically mentioning how like when I went whitewater rafting in Costa Rica, they told us that there were crocodiles in the water, and so naturally we were all very freaked out. And I actually fell off the whitewater raft at one point, like at these rapids, which I was already freaking out because there was rocks in the water. So I was doing this dog paddle and probably looked like really ridiculous. But then when we all got to the end of our trip, they told us that there weren't actually crocodiles in the water. That's a message coming through. Having fear of there actually being crocodiles in the water, and maybe it's totally a trick and there really isn't crocodiles in the water, which would definitely make sense with the 7 of Wands energy, which is about overcoming your challenges. Maybe there's just like figurative crocodiles in the water. Like not a real dangerous threat, right? Like you're facing some challenges, no doubt, with the 7 of Wands, but it's not like anything that can't be handled, and it's not anything that seems like solidly real. Like it's just like you're building fear up in your mind kind of deal, right? You imagine that there's crocodiles in the water. Coming back to that, it's like you got to control your mind, right? You got to control your mind and keep rowing. As part of this conversation too, you got to control your mind and keep rowing forward, because you might imagine there's crocodiles in the water and maybe there's totally not. Maybe you totally got this and you're already super strong. By the way, you're freaking magical and you're a shaman and you can, figure it out one way or another essentially. Oh, and it just, oh, whoa, it just gave me the meme of the basketball players when the guy's like walking beside his teammate and he picks up his chin and like lifts his chin up. That's what just came through. It's like, pick your chin up. Let's get one last card. Because if we've got a number 6 here in the middle, what's the final card? I'm not going to take the ones below it just because there's like 6 there. But that 10 of Pentacles, I'm going to say pretty solidly, that's a good message there too. There's been kind of the same thing. There's lots of blessings. Just want to peek at these. Like there's the Queen of Wands and the 7 of Cups and the Fool. Let me put down this deck. 7 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Fool, and a 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot of blessings hiding under this 10 of Pentacles that look like fresh beginnings, a matching Queen to this King of Wands, union and family with the 4 of Wands, and it just said red wine. It was kind of like this can be some mystery and stuff like that. There's definitely like some mystery and fantasy involved with the 7 of Cups, but it was very much pointing this out. And it was talking about like wine, so wine, family, matching Queen, new beginnings, lots of blessings hiding under this 10 of Pentacles. And that's what we're going to roll with for you. So that's what I got for you. Let me know how it resonates, and I'll catch you guys on the next reading. Thank you.